All right. So real quick, welcome and another episode of Max Nine's Fucked Off Garage. I just want to show you what I did yesterday. I didn't videotape this, so I'm just gonna run you through it real quick. Okay. So I installed this rectifier right here yesterday, and the wiring applicable to it, and it ended up. I'm not pulling it through the frame. It's right now it's just tucked under this empty spot. The gas tank covers all this. The coils are actually here, and that tank comes all the way down to here. You're not going to see that, so I'm not necessarily going to do that right now. So there's 4 wires coming from there. One is the ground. One is hot that goes back to the battery, and right now these go. They're just tucked up here. They're held in place with the zip tie. And I moved it over to here, to this side. And as you can see, it runs down. So you can see everything. It runs down on the inside, right here. These yellow lines. These are new lines, and they run down to the old existing lines, which come from out of the stator here. And see, I've got a bunch of wire left, so that's fine. There's a ground wire here that got rounded. It comes off of that, a black one. And this red one goes to the battery, so you charge battery. And so that was my start. I finished the box that goes in this hole that holds all the shit. And over here on the bench is the box. I didn't manage to get a good welding situation. So to do the corners, I used a JB Weld steel stick. I sanded it down with a drum sander on my with my Dremel. So it's got the mounting holes. There's one here, this here where it bolts into the frame. I drilled out a hole for the ignition switch, which I think I showed you guys that last time. It's just it's not a key. It's no key to it. Just off and on switch that kills it. This is the power from the battery to the switch. 30 amp fuse. Coming out of that switch, there are 3 wires. A hot one that runs to the starter, that's going to run towards the starter, and 2 other fuses here that are coming for the headlights and the blinker system, and probably a couple of accessories because I have like lighted gauges and shit like that, right? But the blue one for the headlights is also going to run the tail lights, okay? And this is the the solenoid switch. So when you turn it on, you hit the start button, it comes on for a moment, it goes to the battery here. These 2 wires go to the starter switch, which is here. I haven't plugged them in now because it's a really tight connection. Just hopefully we can get them off next time you need to get them off. But I'm not going to plug them in until I'm ready to do that. That goes to my starter button, which is underneath this box. It's just that intermittent button off and on right there. So you hit your switch, push that button, and it should start like a motherfucker. But this is ready for the battery. This goes to the battery. Still got to introduce a hole into the front of this box for ground cable, starter wire coming in here, a couple of other things. Got one in the back already done here. That's going to go back to the tail lights and shit like that. Now, as far as going anything through the frame, these headlight wires may end up going through there. I also have to introduce another switch to run this little. It's got a little parking light in there somewhere. You can't see it. Down on the bottom, there it is. A little parking light, running light kind of a deal. But I've already got, so my blinkers, which are these units here, pretty small. They'll be running through the whole inner frame I put here. And they're going to run down the backbone inside as well. You're really not going to see this stuff. On the other side, I've got a switch, a kill switch is up here, which runs the coils and it kills the power to the coils. So in an emergency, you fall over or some shit, you can just kill that mother. It's running pretty tight. Down the front here, has plenty of room to move down the frame here, and that goes to the coils here, which are going to be hooked back up because I think I'm done. I'm going to throw a little paint on this. I'm not going to get too crazy. I really want to ride it this summer, so we'll be focusing on just maybe getting it running to go for a ride this summer. I got these gauges on here. My best friend in the whole world, Kelly Manahan, had given me these. Old Uncle Snake, you know who you are. He runs Centaur Guitar, him and his buddy Jason, in Portland, Oregon. I've got these guys mounted, finally got these mounted where they're decently mounted, rubber mounted, the tack and the the tack and the Speedo. I love these guys. They're just fucking perfect on here. I really like to have a different top clamp to get rid of this old one because you still have this shit here. I don't know what you do with this tube, maybe put weed in there or something, I don't know. I am probably best known for making stuff kind of half-assed and fucked up. You've seen my garage. So the solenoid, the last time I had this in a box, it just was floating around in there. You know, it was taped up so none of the connections were hitting. But it's kind of half-assed, you know. So this time, that I did, if I can get it out of here. Oh, I should have done this first. So, just like professional, like, I built this little frame. It's got these little prongs that holds this, and it goes in. It fits into this rubber. It's a stock rubber on this solenoid, and let's see if I can do it. Do it again. Do it again. Wrong. Do it again. Yeah. So it'll fit in there and keep it off the everything, keep it from moving around, and it's rubber mounted. These switches have to be rubber mounted too, because otherwise they'll just shake apart. Because this little fucking motorcycle just shakes shit apart. Anyway, I just thought I'd make sure my brother sees this because I wanted him to. So that's what I've been doing, and it's hotter than fuck, and it's only going to get to 80 today, but it rained this morning pretty good. So it's humid as fuck. And I can't sleep in it very well. I'm just not very good at it. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time and see how it's going to go. All right? Bye.